So we are back. We have now done 175 Dynamax adventures this month. We had a quiet day yesterday. Generally, our day off when we do any sort of streaming, we're keeping it to just the 6 days. And we got some new shinies beforehand, which we like to show off. We got Dreadnought, which we will put in the team, and we finally got a legendary. So it brings our total to 6 shinies, as you can see in the layout. This was the order we got them in, basically. I got a Dreadnought in Keith's stream, where we were doing Lugia, and then Boy from Belgium was doing randoms, and me and somebody else both got shiny Moltres on the same run. It was crazy to think that. So that is my first legendary. Let's go on and see what we can get today. I'm probably going to be simple and start with Blacephalon because it's pretty easy to beat, and I'm also working towards looking for a couple of shinies that are rock types with Cradily, Armaldo and Claydol. So I'm even going to do it offline, it doesn't matter. So we got we know what we're going to look for. They're like targets. I know they've got a bit of a weakness, but at the end of the day, they're still better than a lot of other things, basically ground, dark. I believe we've worked out Galarian, Linu, and Obstagoon are fantastic for this battle. But we basically want ground, rock, and water. Nothing overly fancy there. Grass, ghosts. Ghost can work. What is the grass? It is... no, we will go left. Because I saw a Diggersby there as well. Now I do have a rock move, so that could be working in my favour. But for now I'm just going to stick with what I've got and just work through it. I'm not overly worried that this will be a difficult battle. I've done a bit of my stuff behind the scenes was I did about 5 of these as a bit of filling, shall we say, to get prepared to try and reach the next total. Like my video I've been planning on making got a bit haywire because I sort of lost track of how many I had done and the shinies. So I've done my 0 to 50, perfect. 51 to 100, perfect. Then I jumped to the 100s and we just blitzed through. Like some days we were doing 20, 25, so they've kind of all blurred into one. So we haven't really got very far with that, to be honest. So yeah, we're gonna just do a 100 updates. So the dream scenario is to do 25 DAs today. But we'll see what happens. Like, if I know Boy from Belgium said he's going away, so we might not have our trusty DA expert for a week to help us with some of these. On the other side of the projects, the only Pokemon I need to encounter is Guzzlord. And then I have officially done every single Pokemon at least once this month. And to say that this is the 12th, well, we did the 46th on the 11th, that is pretty fantastic. So yeah, we are good with our runs and we're happy with where we're going. As I said, I'm more than likely just going to stick to something like Blacephalon, purely because I want these rock types. I know it's a bit silly, but it's gonna have to be the plan. Like, my other idea would have been to go for like a Ho-Ho or Moltres, but I got the Moltres, so I don't really need to do Moltres paths. And I do want Blacephalon shiny. It's a very nice shiny. I am slightly worried about Diggersby hurting me more than it probably should do, but it's going to be pretty good in the final. I know I could have gone for the ghost, but nah, we don't want no ghost. And it's a normal type, so it hides from the ghost moves. So we got a good... Diggersby's actually pretty good for this battle. It's just that I'm not good to deal with Diggersby. But I do have this, so I might just iron defense once and then do some body press. And the good thing, the positive on my behalf is that when you do these solo, you can turn off all the animations, so I should get a lot more done. And with that, I can hit my targets for the day. And as always, these will be open for anybody who would like to join in. I'm never gonna be like strict and say you can't play these games. So there's that. If anyone does want to join in, let me know. I'm gonna just switch this off because I don't want to know the viewer number anymore. I've got a little bit tired of looking at it. So we're just gonna carry on going. We will catch our big bunny and move on. Hello, Kika. Maybe in the ads, but how are you doing? We are back for more of these. We're going to do a lot. We've done too many already. But they are quite fun. I'm all good, thank you. Just, as we say, getting ready for a lot more of these. Please take it, thank you. At the moment I'm doing them solo. The guy I mainly do most of them with is away for a couple of days. So, I could have... No. Polytone actually is not bad. Yeah, the guy I normally do them with, I believe, is away for a couple of days. So, I will probably just be waiting for others to join. This might be better. But that's just how it's going to be. Like, the thing is, I could do these completely offline and just record them, but I would like to potentially meet more people who want to do these and enjoy them. That's what I've always said. This is probably the most interactive Pokemon has ever done compared to just being able to trade with people. So that's why I'm quite happy to do it. Like the last game didn't really offer anything, so we they had raids, but they just weren't as interesting, or they weren't for legendaries, so then they don't really have that appeal to grab 3 friends to play, or 3 strangers, whichever way you want to look at it. So that's why we sort of end up here again. It's what it is, right? This thing's going to hurt me if it hits me, so we are going to lose a life minimum this turn, I think. I don't have what you would call the strongest team, but they'll be very good against the Pokemon in the final. A big fire balloon ghost thingy, bobbity. When you see it, you'll understand that description. It's like a ghost giant inflatable waving arm man. So it's quite a funny little Pokemon. Oh, it's not going to hit me. Oh, that's me done. That's one life gone. Yeah. But as we said, we are kind of just plodding through these now. We have played with a lot of different people, more than I thought I would, but probably not as many as I wish I could have, if that makes sense. The problem is it's a time zone thing. Like, I've tried to join other streamers and who are offering viewers play, so that helps meet more people. But I've noticed something a lot in the last couple of months with the Pokemon community is however big or small the streamer is, they only tend to have one. The audience members only tend to follow one, and if they're not around, they don't always go around between 2 or 3. Hello Keith, how are you doing? Skiddy time. Hopefully you can get the skiddy. And I'm going to hunt Blacephalon purely because of the rock types that I could find on the way there. Because I got a bit tired of Baltoy eggs. And I think Cooper's already tried to do it. I don't even know what game he was describing. I've never heard of the location he was describing. But knowing Cooper, it's probably the original Ruby and Sapphire. Because it's very much an old school game. He doesn't like the modern games. Was that my Dynamax? No, it wasn't. So this drizzle is going to work nicely against Blacephalon. Yeah, we didn't really do many more after yesterday. Like, I did a few of these just because the same reason. It's one of the easiest things to get. Well, it's one of the few types you actually want the rock type Pokemon for. Actually, I don't want to get rid of that, so we'll just use this. I've been noticing a lot that there's a few types that you just don't want to touch in DAs, and most notably the one that I think nobody ever goes near is Psychic. Thank you for the follow, Centura. Welcome to some Dynamaxes. Yeah, as I said, there's a lot of types you just don't tend to see picked because there's nothing Psychic's very good against in the DAs. I don't know if it's just me being crazy, but that's just how I think when I look at it. Because there's like one poison, the fightings are both bug type, so it's not a needed type considering how OP it was in the past. But these will always be open for anyone to join. So, as I said, I picked this because it's easy to beat. I don't want to worry too much about thinking today. I did join someone who's got a Zygarde path that is ridiculous. Yeah, if you do Poke Start, you'll get a starter. But what will you get? Let's see if we got a shiny to start today off with a bang. No, of course not. And of course not. Just I gotta make sure I press save. That is the key thing. If I don't press save, I'm going to keep deleting this. And then I have to go and find something else. And I can't do Moltres because we got our shiny Moltres. So, are you a Dynamax adventurer? Sobble. It is a good one. Because these are open lobbies if you do want to join. But if you do, let me know when I can make this an open one. If you don't want to do Blacephalon, we can do other ones. I don't mind. These are just very easy to do on my own as such, while I wait for people who want to join in. We got a little community of Dynamax adventurers that are doing a bit of a it's sort of turned into a race that I'm not doing very well in, to see how many shinies we can get in DAs for the month. As you can see, I'm on 6. I have Galarian Mr. Mime, Raichu, Araquanid, Dreadnought, Hitmonchan, and Moltres at last. Well, someone else in our community, boy from Belgium, has 18. So I will just do this one solo for now. As we saw how quickly and smoothly that one went. Oh, there's the Cradily, of course. That's no good. Because I can't take that home with me. Boo, Cradily. Get in the bin. What do we get the other ones though? Can they save us? What's on here? Still, I don't really want to go. Actually, Steel's not bad. Hitmon top is not bad, to be honest. And I want to try and avoid the water one, to be honest. So I might actually go this way. I just got straight into the water one after saying I don't want to do water ones, just because I wanted the fighting type. Way to plan ahead. We will learn typings eventually. Oh dear. But let's see. Let's see if round 2 goes well. Yeah, you do need the DLC to do these. Let's just hit this hard and hope it knocks it out. I will say that it is probably more fun, this DLC, than most of what the Scarlet and Violet DLC was. While I will give Scarlet's DLC points for a more interesting story, this has more longevity. There's just, you can do these for years trying to shiny hunt. After you finish Scarlet and Violet, it's especially shiny locking everything, it just sort of made it a little bit frustrating. Like, I haven't even finished catching everything at the end of Scarlet and Violet's DLC yet. I keep bumping into the legendaries, knowing that I can't do anything with them, so I don't really care. The other thing I need to do is, I've been trying to, but just not very well, trying to replace my Pokemon Go Living Dex Pokemon with Pokemon from the mainline games. That's the way to put it. So I've been sort of stumbling through that, and I keep looking at my Go, and why have I got so many, my home even, and why have I got so many from Go? And why haven't I replaced them yet? Like, I can catch everything with my eyes shut at the moment, so why am I wasting my time not keeping any of these? But then I have to write them all down, and I haven't been bothered to do that. I just want to get rid of that little G mark. It's a horrible little mark on home. Yeah, I think they don't need to have that mark to say that you caught them. But I have got the awkward situation where I've got some lower level ones that I can't use anywhere. So I caught like a level 26 Deoxys, and I can't take it in. Can't put it in any games. Same with my original shiny Moltres, was like only level 20 and it won't let me put it in. So that is very frustrating, that they sort of even lock you out of levels of legendaries that you caught. But then I do get it, you don't want to sweep the game with a level 20 Moltres or something. Own temper, okay, that's not bad. And a clear body, okay. And Mimey is special, but it will probably want to put up both screens because it's so stupid. I will just have to do hit it hard moves. You know, we will put it in a sand tomb so we get a little bit of extra damage. Of course we missed. There's our screen. And yeah, I want the computer to take this, really. Because it, as we said, it has drill run. It's going to be very helpful, and I missed it. Of course I did. I don't want to use superpower too early, or I will waste. I'll become weaker. Oh god, no, okay. I thought it was coming for me. Why am I going to put the other screen up now? I know my team is setting up though, so let's see how well they've set up. I'm not sure how long we'll be doing the DAs today, but you know us, we just go with the flow. We just plod through and see where we end up. If I don't get anything shiny, I'll have to go back to my Beltoy eggs and hope that I can find something there. Okay, there goes our reflect. Thanks for wasting your time, Mimey, when you've got a psychic move against the fighting type. But don't worry. Don't worry, Mimey. You do you. And well, back to mine. I did want to actually save the Grey Dilly for the water type, if I was honest, just for the grass moves. But the computer had other ideas. We didn't want it. Don't really want Hitmontop either. I should start focusing on the ones I would like shiny as well. Because we've done, what was the first one? Tentacruel, which I've got loads of. And Hitmontop I've got a shiny, so I don't need either. So why did I go this way? When I understand it when I'm on a team of people we pick the best of the best. You better take it, someone. Good. Would have preferred Mimey, but it'll do. Right, so Blacephalon. So we may actually just go for the Blacephalon because the rest is scary. Ice is going to hurt. Water is going to hurt me. My favourite shiny, it's going to be weird ones. So I will pick something weird like, I really like Tarantula from the Gen 9 ones. So I like ones that are completely different. It's probably not my favourite of favourites, but it's just one that I look at and it just stands out so nicely compared to the normal version of that Pokemon. I haven't really done too much shiny hunting as such, like outside of Legends Arceus and a bit on Scarlet and Violet. That's the only stuff I've ever really done. I haven't really ever gone out my way to look at the other shinies that I don't have. If I'm hunting it, I'll look for it, but I haven't really studied shinies as such. But of the other ones out there, I do like Wooloo shiny of all of them. It's a very nice idea for the change. When it comes to legendaries, I haven't seen them all. So I've only have 3 shiny legendaries in all my time playing Pokemon games. That's Moltres. This is actually my second Moltres. Rayquaza and Latios. So yeah, I was hunting Wooloo in Sword for ages, and then they released it in Pokemon Go and I got the shiny one within the week, which was a bit frustrating. Some of the other ones, like I really like what's it called, Dreadnought. Yep, shiny Rayquaza is a very nice shiny. I did get one in a DA last year when I was doing another project, and we all got loads over Christmas if we wanted them. I believe it was around Christmas time, and I think I managed to pick up 4 or 5 because I had lots of different Nuzlocke saves done. So I'm pretty good with that. Please take it by me. Oh, okay. We've lost 2 lives, but we should be okay because we've got 3 of us aren't weak to this at all. I don't think. I might have Zen Headbutt actually, but I think we should be able to hit it hard enough. And what we're trying to do here is do as many different Dynamaxes as we can in this whole month to see how many shinies we got. Other people that have joined in have got... I've seen 2 people get Celesteela, Xurkitree, Mesprit, Ho-Ho, Lunala, Zekrom. I think someone's got a Zygarde this month, but it may have been late last month. So, like, the people who have joined in have all got a lot of shinies. I have like the least. Like, I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's someone else in here who has been doing them with me. He's got 18 shinies this month in DAs alone. So, yeah, we're doing pretty well. As I'm 177 DAs in, and I only have 6. Yep, he's got 18. I know he does a lot more on his own as well, so that probably helps because we can see the speed of a solo run, no animations, it's a lot faster. And he's been trying to save up all of the ore so that if they find a very fun Zygarde run, that they can just reset the run if they don't get the shiny. And after a while, if you reset it too many times, you have to pay with the ores that you get at the end. So if you've got 999, he can do it a lot until he gets the shiny. But as we say, I'm not really in any rush for anything in particular. Like, there are a few things I would really like to go and look for, like Raikou. I do have a bit of a fondness for electric types. But because I'm in a shiny hunting community, they're doing something where they're collecting the Pokemon in generation order shiny. And we're on Hoenn, and 3 of the remaining ones are rock types that can appear in here. So let's check these shinies, or non-shinies, of course. Yeah, so they're trying to do that, so I need to look for an Almado, a Cradily, and a Claydol, if I can. But when it comes to this actual game, I technically have not completed it yet. I haven't done the Elite Four, or the Champions Cup, whatever it's called. I haven't even gone into Freezington, which is like the main, or the city you have to start the game in. So I'm in a weird place in this game. Okay, we'll take this thing. It's not the worst thing to have. Lopard, Malamar. Take the Vaporeon, people. It was there. It was perfect for this battle. Okay, let's see. Cradily is the grass potential, so let's have a look. That's not even, that's a Gorgeist, don't want that. The Scroopian, the Drapion might be fun. That looks like the best route. I can work out the rock at the end. We will take the Fairy, even though I've got 2 dark types because I'm smart like that. But I think it's a Mimikyu, so it's not the worst thing to have. And again, I'm making that mistake that I'm going for the ones I've already got shiny. Why? Right. What do we have that we can do damage with? We'll just do the Max Darkness. We'll weaken it a bit. But I think at the moment I'm probably going to stick with this to the end. It depends where we are with the Dynamax to whether I go with this or swap to the rock type. It's amazing how much I've learned just in this month about DAs and things you should look for, things you wouldn't even consider for strategies. Like, one of the strangest ones I've seen is anything that has Weather Ball if you're hunting Groudon. Not Groudon, Zygarde is fantastic. So we can sort of work on seeing how everyone's doing with that, because you can go and get like Rosalia's got it. It's a rubbish rated Pokemon, but if you have something set up Max Hailstorm, hit it with another bit of ice and then Weather Ball, you pretty much knock it out in one. It's fantastic. I love it. Talonflame hits. Oh, good. Talonflame's not as bad as I thought it would be in here. And like, Talonflame's another one that I really like. Talonflame. But in here, its moveset is a bit weird. Like, Steel Wing's quite weak, bad accuracy, and some of the ones you think are really good just have really unusual movesets that don't really click for what you want to do. Some of the other examples are things like Quagsire doesn't have a ground move when it's a ground type, and Starmie I don't think has a water move, which is even stranger. That's that. Okay, that's not perfect because you're very weak to Drapion. Can we figure out this rock type? Okay, so maybe we do just go left. No, actually, no, that's a Seeking. Are we good against Seeking? Not really. Much better against this? Not really. We're just going to have to deal with it. Neither options. I don't want to go near the electric. No, it must be a lantern, not a Seeking. Because it's an electric type. Why do I think that was a Seeking? But my goal was to encounter all of the legendaries at least once. Let's see how well I can do. We already know that I'm on 46 out of 47. So I'm pretty happy. Okay, Hurricane. It's hitting all its moves. Lash Out's going to hurt. Oh, thanks. And I'll dive because it's easier to hide. Malamar has electric. I always forget that. Oh, I have a fish. I have a fish. Hurricane? 2 times? Nope. No, never going to be 2 times in a row, was it? Let's be honest. It was never going to happen. Silly little game. So I'm happy with dive because if it comes after me, I will just spit this thing out and weaken its defense. Probably just dive again. I imagine I still can, even with Gold Missile. I know it doesn't carry over to the next battle, but it's better than what I've got, really. What I've got is this and Throat Chop. We should be fine against the... No, we're going to go for the Golak, I think, because it's Ground Ghost. Yes, it will be a little bit weak to the Ghost move, but the Ground move will be worth hitting. So there's that. And then we've got Water in me, and currently have a Ghost and a Dark type. And if one of them takes this, there's another Dark type on the table. So it's a pretty good team, really, I think, for this battle. I think we can do pretty well. But elsewhere, as I was thinking, I talk about how I do my reviews, and I got the invitation to renew the website. So I thought, you know, I'll just do it. It says there's a discount if I do it now. And for some reason it's connected to my other PayPal account, which I don't know anything about anymore. So I had to pay it all up front on my credit card and not the majority of it on PayPal. So that's just sat there now. It was meant to be for funding the website and other things. So now, technically, once my website's ad money comes in, which will be in a couple of weeks, no, at the end of the month, because I will definitely hit the threshold, I can then start investing more to the Twitch side of things. I ended up doing 2 years, so yes, it was a lot more than I would like, but it's cheaper in the long run because it was about £180 a year plus VAT. So that's about 220, something silly like that. It's like 20% VAT. It was crazy, but in the end, I got it for 320 with the VAT for 2 years. So that is good. And I don't have to worry about paying for it for 2 years again. So hopefully we can build up enough of a reputation on here that I will always cover that and Twitch stuff. I know we're still small, but we're working our way up. We have our goals in place. We are putting a lot of stock in Switch 2 release day, I think. But I'm thinking of trying to do some Mario Kart next month. I've also put a little bit of thought into my alpha hunting plan I was looking at. Yeah, take that. So my plan was to play Legends Arceus and get a full alpha living dex without the statics in a month, which I think would be quite fun. Now the dream scenario is here one of them take this, because as we say, I've got the water mode, and I believe it's my Dynamax in the final, so I can go straight into Max Geyser and set up water, so the fire move doesn't hurt as much, and we can have a good start. That's okay. That's one of the weaker ones gone. We get an item. We're full health across the board here. I'm not weak to it, so we'll just life orb so we can hit harder. And yeah, we'll go with that. This will be number 3 against Blacephalon. And so far I found 0 of the 3 I'm looking for. Why? It was funny because when we started this challenge I kept running close to them. Like, they were on the board, but the people I was working through DAs with wouldn't take them because they were weak to whatever we were facing. So there was that I had to deal with. But that's just part of the challenge. You're going to have a good and a bad run. And as we say, we kind of don't really care if it's good or bad. We just want the shiny encounters. Like, Cramorant is a shiny I would really like. It's a very nice shiny. Compared to, again, I always say, the transformation between the colours is what makes me like them more. Okay, breaks the disguise. Mimikyu is fine. Let's go for a big hit. Somebody. Okay. Now go for a big hit. There we go. That was huge. Can Golurk attack now, please? Use your Shadow Claw. Of course, it went for Safeguard. Computers. And this is why you don't like playing with the NPC. We could have finished this battle by now. And you can see here a Shadow Claw here, and if this hits, yeah, done. Simple. That's why we like the Ultra Beasts. They're easy to beat. My problem will be is if I get the shiny and I've got to figure out what I want to replace it with. I've got a few Gen 4s. I've got to be careful because I've got the Moltres in the team, so Fiona will only be offering me Moltres. I don't think it's first in the party though, so if it isn't first in the party, we're okay. But the other side of this is we will be making like a roundup of the adventures, how many shinies we got, etc. We're flashing the photos of all of the shinies the community have got. But let's check these, because that looks good. I was worried that was shiny. Okay, nothing again. And we have to remember the odds are meant to be 1 in 100. So, yeah. We've got the odds on our favour, so we'll just keep going. As always, if people want to join, they are open, but otherwise, I'm running Blacephalon solo. I don't really mind. Because we've sort of got to the stage now where we're going to record our projects. And what happens, happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We will go solo. What do we have? There is a Relicanth, which will be very good in the final. That's not great. That's okay, but not brilliant, and that's acceptable. Right. There's a big bug. Let's see what else we have here. Fire. It's the fire. We'll ignore the fire for now. We know Wigglytuff, not much help. Nothing there's too much help. What's that rock type? We'll go fire then. Because I think it's a Carkol, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not the worst thing for me to beat. It's a Heatmore, okay. I don't mind Heatmore. It's got a lot more potential than it probably should have for DA runs. Firelash is massive. because of course it's going to bigger hitter. We can use one max rock fall, I think. We'll be fine. Yeah, it's Fire Lash weakens the defense of the opponent, which is kind of helpful, even if it's not like the strongest Pokemon. Anytime you can reduce their defensive stats in DAs is fantastic, and it kind of gets ignored as one of the more important Pokemon for it. And if I'd known you were going to do Raid Dance, I would have done something different. But at least its fire moves won't hurt as much. I would have probably gone for my water move. I think we've lost the rain again anyway. Which is fine. We knew it was going to go for a fire move. And put up this, which is not good because it can do Solar Beam. Okay, now I have Water Absorb against a fire type. Interesting. Now what? I should have gone with the rock. Okay, that's okay. It's done Rain Dance, we'll be fine. Weather is one of the more frustrating things to adapt to in these games, I think. Once you get it, it's easy, but until you get it, it can trick you. Which is why I always say the Raihan gym battle is actually harder than the Raihan champion battle, because it's a duos battle and you do all of the weather stuff as the trainers beforehand, but when you face him in the main battle, it's a double battle against a Sand Spitting Sandaconda, and it can just really mess you up if you're Nuzlocking. When it comes to the Champions Cup, he only has like one Pokemon, so you know what, I might just take the normal, because I think that might be a Linoon, maybe? I don't know, couldn't figure that one out. But because you're doing one-on-ones, yes, they're all designed to weather set, but because you're one-on-one, you can adapt easier than if it was a Drizzle Pokemon setting up a Water Pokemon in a double battle. So that's what we've kind of been learning a lot of, things like that. They do like a lot of determination to make that a thing. Let's lower its defense, little by little. Eat more! I got Sabotage here, I've got a Rain Dancing Sunny Day team, which is only going to make my moves weaker, so I'm going to put faith in that Sigilif will use it again. So we can get a second go at this, yes. And I'm the only one going to be attacking, seemingly. Oh, a Will-O-Wisp. Burn. At least it's going to hit a bit lighter. Solar Beam. Okay, so it can't do Sunny Day this turn, which is nice. It can't Sabotage anymore, which we did not want to see. Play rough again on me? Yeah, fine. I'll tank that. Big bulky fish. Thunderbolt, and then a liquidation should finish off the job. Okay, the Solar Beam's going to finish off the job. That's the other thing that's quite good with Heatmore, because it can set up the Sunny Day. It will then either up its fire moves or can one move a Solar Beam. So we got a bit of a choice here. We could just go a little bit boring with the rock type. I don't think there was a water type here. I'm not that desperate for the water type, but we do currently have a Drifblim, and we said, and we'll see who swaps. Okay, Heatmore's gone. So that probably makes up our mind here. And that is a Maractus. So yeah, we're probably going to just stick with the rock type, because it's going to be a bit easier. What is it? What is that rock type? Is that the Claydol that I haven't seen for like 2 years in a DA, other than the off-starter options? No, it's an Aron. I'd swear I never see Claydol on the path. It's always one of the starting options. Now, I'm just going to liquidation. I don't want to do anything else really. I want to get the Dynamax back round to me for the final, but I don't think it's going to happen. Well, maybe because nobody else wants to attack, it could. But we'll see. Who's he gone for? Driftbloom. Okay, it was nearly dead anyway, so it's not the worst outcome. But I think it gets rid of my rain again. So Sigilif will be doing rain dance, because that's all it wants to ever do, is dance in the rain. I'm not going to go for head smash in the final. I'll stick to liquidation because the Sigilif is a here and will probably rain dance. If it doesn't, then I might swap. Okay, it didn't rain dance this time, of course. It must have either run out or decided it doesn't need to do them anymore. But never mind. We should get this finished in this round. If not, we're one closer to me Dynamaxing in the final. I think that was only our first life lost as well, which is kind of important to remember. But let's see. Okay, that's Sigilif, I think, doing that. Okay, so we're going to have to do one more round, and it's fine, it's not actually attacking us. I'm not sure why, it must feel sorry for me, because it's like, if I don't hurt you, I'll be your shiny friend. Bit worried about how many of these I got left, but if they knock it out, it won't use one, I think. Okay, so we should be alright. We should still have 3. Hello, boy from Belgium. How are you doing? I thought I saw you mention you were going on holiday. This is currently my 4th Blacephalon run today. I thought I would do something easy while I play solo at the moment. But if you are around, you are welcome to join in. I'm still looking for my Claydol, Cradily and Almado. They're my main targets, that's why I'm doing this one. So if they're on the route, I want to go for those 3. Even though they do technically all have a weakness, they all have a strength as well. So hopefully that's okay. Which ones? Are you still after the ice cream? Or is it something else now? So incoming shiny Cubchoo then, another one for you. But as you can see, we're on the final. We've lost 1 life. So, as we say, we can do these. You don't mind, you want Blacephalon as well, don't you still? We also did figure out that, wasn't it, that the Galarian, Linoon and Obstagoon completely rule this thing? Which we can always look for, I don't mind that. Fair enough. Well, I'll wait around for the next one if you want to do Blacephalon. Otherwise, I'll run another one. But when you're on the 3rd one, you shouldn't be too much longer if you want to jump across. And Driftbloom's the thing that just keeps dying. It's died like 3 times. But that doesn't make too much difference. I think we are okay. Yes, thanks to... I think I've got my max geyser still to come, and that does about half health in the rain. Yeah, because this is frail little thing, isn't it? So the other thing I've been sort of doing is trying to hatch some Beltoy eggs, but not getting very far with them. I'm hoping for the shiny as a backup to the Claydol, because I still have not seen a Claydol on the path. I'm starting to think they don't exist on the path. And the only one of the others I've seen is a Cradily, but it was in the starting lineup. So, yeah, it's not been great for that. But let's see if we can get a shiny here. That is 4 done. I'm pretty sure that's a normal heat more. Good. Persian. And not Blacephalon. Boo. Blue Blacephalon. Yes, we want to save, please. Now in my luck, you'll end up getting that Guzzlord as well. Let's just do some eggs. We'll run around in circles. We'll take Dreadnought out for now. We'll leave it there because I've still got to record a video. So I know which ones I've done and which ones I haven't. Wait. I've done intro. Yeah. I need all of 4 of these. I'm trying to remember how I done my list now. But I remembered. I forgot. Let's just cycle round and round in circles and see how well this goes. Because this is how you hatch eggs. You ride bikes a lot. Watch you go and get that shiny as well, just because we know your luck. I was watching someone yesterday trying to do the Palkia shiny actually. Everybody's after Palkia seemingly. Even if I only get 1 round of Baltoiden, it's doing what I should have been doing this morning but got too bored doing because I hate Masuda hunting. Who thought Masuda hunting would be a good idea? Part of me even would like to go and do random encounters, but I don't really have a very good team for if it's... Actually, it's not a problem because I haven't completed the game, so all of the stuff in the wild area hasn't scaled up to level 60 yet. So there's a positive on my behalf. I'm not going loopy. But I've put together some other paperwork for my alpha, for getting a full alpha living dex in May maybe challenge, and without using the statics. So I know I've got to get 224 different Pokemon. It is doable, but I'm trying to do it where I spend more time flying or travelling around the map rather than manipulating massive mass outbreaks and catching too much. The idea would be to do the only things I'm going to catch that month is going to be shinies and the alphas, nothing else. Here we go. We got 1 round of eggs. Can you be shiny? I'm pretty sure that's not a shiny. No. It's more of all the same colour Baltoy shiny, isn't it? Like the rings around it are the same as the body. Nope. I won't be able to go anywhere till I finish hatching these. So, no worries, I've got 3 more eggs to hatch and I'll go back in. Let's see, it's a shame I couldn't show off the shiny Dreadnought in the most recent ones, because Moltres was the last one I got. Because Dreadnought's such a nice shiny. But we just carry on, right? We don't mind. We get to show that off in the main video when we put together the full feature. Even though it's looking like it's going to be pretty awful. No, it's not going to be awful. It's just not going to be as good as it should be. That's going to be the best way to put it. Because it's not just my side of it, I think will be fine. It's because I've got photos and including myself, photos are not my strength. So everything's not quite as crisp as it could be. Right, I'm going to head back in there and we'll just release all these bell toys because they didn't want to be shiny. Because they don't like us. You're going to have Moltres, aren't you? No Mewtwo. I don't want Mewtwo. It'll be Moltres after this because I keep the Moltres in my party. I don't know why it doesn't have Flame Body. I've been keeping the ones I've caught most recently in the party for when I do the intros and my other side of the video. But as I said, I messed up the video by losing track of 100 to 150. I think I ended up stopping on one day at 144, and I probably should have carried on a bit more. I still need to remember to go back into home though and writing down all of my Go Pokemon that I need to replace. Right, I will go in here and I will put the code in and everything, but not start. Blacephalon. Yeah, so as we've said, I really want to try and look for Cradily, Almado and Claydol on the way down. I don't even mind if I don't catch them. We don't keep them, I just want to encounter them and catch them as such, but may not make the final team. But watch you get this shiny Palkia to complete your legendary run at the moment. Otherwise, as I said, I might do some Mario Kart 8 before Mario Kart World Tour. But I don't really have that much else I can do on the Switch. I have mentioned many times that I bought the Dragon Quest game, but I still haven't switched it on yet. I actually got the Dark Prince and the 2D 3D remake, and I haven't even put them in yet. That's how much I seem to have got consumed by my challenges. I'm sort of torn between just casually playing them or just recording like a Let's Play, even if I just record it instead of stream it. Dragon, they both don't have big audiences, but they're kind of relaxing from what I can tell. But I've never played the pure Dragon Quest games, only the Dragon Warrior Monsters. And I've only played the very first Dragon Warrior Monsters, so I'm a bit out of touch with what's going on, but I know that was like 500 odd to catch, or tame, or whatever the term they use in that game, so I thought I would want to give it a go. But as we said, I can't remember if I've got to do much when I go to Freezington other than listen to Fiona talk about some nonsense again that I've heard so many times. But I mentioned this save isn't really designed for proper shiny hunting. I've got nothing in here apart from my shinies and a random Gyarados, which I overleveled, thinking I would need to be around level 60 for the Isle of Armor, but then that's when I realised I hadn't done the Champions Cup, so I had a level 90 against their level 10s, which was quite funny, if I'm honest. But we'll see. We keep going. Yeah, so just let me know when you finished your Palkia and we'll get going. So then hopefully we'll probably do the first one and you'll get the shiny after my like endless amounts. I haven't really, well actually I have counted, haven't I? We've done only about 15 Blacephalon, so it's not like we're over odds or anything. But we just keep going. The more we do, the more we reach. Let's see whether anybody has quickly managed to grab anything in these the Dex 365 before I hunt for ages. Not yet. That's good. I don't want to miss out on waste my time on something. Because we know how that can be. Okay. Let's put the run up then. It is ready. When you are. We know our routine here. Ready. Ghost, dark, rock, water. Preferably not ghost if we have the other options. It's been working well for us. Like, I think I've only ever lost once, and that was more that I had a bad team. No worries. Yep, you got plenty of time to jump in. Welcome in again. How are you doing? I'm still waiting for Boy from Belgium to jump in. So, are you on the game or loading up? That's more the question I should ask. Okay, no worries. As we said, part of me is looking for Claydol, Cradilly, and Almado. So they are my main targets. The dream Pokemon to use in this battle is, strangely enough, Linoon or Obstagoon, because it has 3 of Blacephalon's moves won't touch it. I believe we figured out, because it was like its Taunt is 1, but it's got a Ghost move which won't hit the normal, and a Psychic move. But as always, we'll take our time. We'll plan each step as we go. We'll start with simple. We'll take the big thing. So the other way of looking at this is pick something that is strong against what we're looking for, rather than what we're facing. So, like this, the Eldegoss wouldn't be terrible because it will beat a grass type easily. And Wishcash, hopefully computer takes. That's good. And at least we know we're not weak with the Slazzle. Now, let's see. There's a ground on the right. There's 2 grounds at the top. What do we have down here? We obviously have fighting and water. What are our ground types? Marowak and Marstomp. So I think we'd probably just go left. Yeah. We'll beat it eventually. This is easier to beat. And then we can just probably look at that normal. I didn't see what the normal was. I'm only going to Dynamax because it's easy to really. We did work out, didn't we, that Slowbro didn't have a water move, right? Did we see what the normal was? I swear Slowbro didn't have a water move when I looked. Right, I'm just gonna hit it hard. Which one hits harder? This will do. I think it was Slowbro, or was it Slow King that didn't have a water move? There was one I remember because we kept going for it and then we got it and it didn't have the moves we thought it would. It might have been the Slow King though. Or I think I may have run into it for something else. But I'm assuming one of you two will take this. You're probably best just to do Toxic for now, or your poison move. It doesn't make too much difference, to be honest, on this. It's pretty frail. It will hurt a bit when it hits you, but it's only got like Aqua Jet, so it's not too much of a problem. Hopefully we can slow it down a bit more with this hit. It's more like I just think one of the Slow Bro or King. I just thought they had a water move, but they don't, I think. One of them doesn't. And if they don't have a water move, they're not that helpful against Blacephalon because it's their psychic as well, so the ghost move's going to hurt more. So if it's slow bro I think we've got, so we might not go with slow bro, we could go slow king if we see it. I think that was what it was. And does Sap Sipper just give me health back? Or does it boost anything on my end? It's a bit like how Wishcash doesn't have a ground move. It's one of those. Okay, we'll see if we can work out what the normal is. If we can work out what it is, and then we can decide. I know we don't want to touch the fighting type, really. It won't matter too much. Blacephalon's pretty easy to beat. Let's be honest. But if we did get another normal type that had a good move, it's another immunity because it's got Shadow Claw, so that's like mine and that one that won't get hit, which is obviously a positive thing. But we'll see if we can work it out. I'm not going to take this. It's up to you if you want this one. It's completely up to you. The assurance is going to be helpful, a bit like how I've got Lash Out, so I'm comfortable with what I got. What is that normal? That's Dunsparce. Dunsparce does have Shadow Ball as well. So there is that as a possibility. It's not got much else though. We'll see where we end up. It's nice to have a proper immunity to something though. That's the other side of this. So we've got like what we need. I imagine Boy from Belgium might swap into this. And it will be helpful against the Marowak. That's my thinking here. What do you think? And if we keep this, then we can do Marowak for Barraskewda, or see whether the computer wants to swap. I think that will work out pretty well for us. What is the thinking of the team? Because this does have Ice Beam, which will be helpful against Marowak. Does your Clefairy have a grass move that it can use on me? At all? I think it would work if you do swap, but not here, because you'll be good against the Marowak. But it's more what Boy from Belgium wants to do on his end as well. It's a joint thing, because do you have anything other than Aqua Jet and Assurance? Is there another water move on you? Because like the dream scenarios, we get a Max Geyser at first move. So if we're near your Dynamax, I would stay with Barraskewda. Just to like eliminate all of the fire damage really. But I'm not sure completely. I just think this would be quite good for a second immunity, but I don't think Clefairy is that helpful. Hello Shirio, how are you doing? Alright, boost my defense. It's not helpful in the final fight because Fairy is not helpful against fire. That's my thinking anyway. But Boy from Belgium's gone very quiet again. He's busy horde hunting anyway on X and Y. I would, Moreland, I would say don't take this. For sure, where the water is going to be better against. I still think you'll be very helpful in the final, whatever happens. I am good, thank you. As you can see, we're back on the grind on these. We've done 5, but no shinies, but we did get a legendary the day before. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to think either Boy from Belgium or the computer take this. Just for the Shadow Ball. The computer does want it, we'll see. And then Boy from Belgium can take Marowak then. Very nice, congratulations on the Yveltal. Feel free to share it in the Discord if you want. Oh, and we got up, so that's actually good. That's actually very good for this battle. Now, yeah, so we go Marowak. Yeah. Yeah, we've mentioned, we're trying to collect all of the shinies everyone gets. Like, not like send them to us, just photos, don't worry. So when we do like a roundup of everything we did in April, we can look at all of the different ones everyone got. We've already seen a lot of legendaries, but that's the first Yveltal we've seen this month. I know there's been a lot of people hunting it as well. Right. I will just go for Body Slam. Yeah, Boy from Belgium, you swap into this. I will not Dynamax, but if it gets to you this turn, Boy from Belgium, you Dynamax against the Marowak, because I want the Barrascuda to Dynamax in the final and use Max Geyser first turn, because it just takes away all of the fire power that the Blacephalon has. And I think this is like a beautiful team for this battle. Beautiful team of misfits. I only want you to Dynamax to stop it going past Moorland, not for any other reason. It's not, even if it's got... like, we should be fine, but I'd rather be safe than sorry when we do these. If it is still your turn, okay, we don't need to do it then. We'll beat it here. But, as we said, like, Barrascuda can Dynamax in the final. Max Geyser turn 1, and then we can just hit it as hard as we want. Stick to your Max Geysers in the final, because it will destroy it, even though you do have a dark move. Yeah, that's the plan. I've got a dark move. We've got a ground move or a screech we can use. Don't think it's going to make too much difference, to be honest. And there's a dark move on the Marowak, so maybe just go for the dark move if you want. It's up to you, Boy from Belgium. You've used the Marowak enough, you know its best strengths. And of course the Absol at the end is not going to be bad to have on our team, because it's got Night Slash, so there's that. If I get knocked out, I think the rest are going to cope with this pretty smoothly. This is why we like the Ultra Beast runs. Fair enough. Let's see how much the Max Geyser does. Do you want to stick to Blacephalon as well between the two of you, or would you want to just do randomy ones again? Let's do... Well, I've only got 2 moves that can hit this way, and one of them is not very effective. Yeah. Okay, not a problem. Now that I've encountered all bar Guzzlord at least once, I'm not bothered if we stick with something per session. I know if we did get the 4 people, we would probably do the Zygarde run, random runs, just to get the Zygarde path, but there's no rush for that today. As I know, everybody is obsessed with getting Zygarde, but it just makes me think it's a very boring legendary. Whenever I look at it, it's like just some like snake blob thing. See, I don't think we needed a Screech, to be honest. I have seen just how much Max Geyser is doing to these things today. Yeah, I don't think we needed Screech. Well, Marowak was part of the team. GG and good luck with the shinies. Of course we will swap if one of us gets this shiny though. Just to mix up a bit. The only thing I can't hunt on this game at the moment in a DA will be Moltres, so that's how flexible I am for this. I know Boy from Belgium's got about 7 shinies, legendaries alone. I'm not sure how many you've got on your save, Morlan. Other than Yveltal. Let's see, shiny, nope. 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 And nope. Fair enough. And that was a deathless run. That's how easy it is. Because it is funny that Yveltal was one of the 2 we were actually doing a few DAs for in March when we were trying to just hunt the dark type Pokemon. It's actually still on my sword save Yveltal path, but I accidentally deleted Guzzlord, and now it's the one I need to do to finish off everything. Right, you're coded up and ready to join. I personally would love to just have one water type on most of these runs. I'm going to guess no. But we'll see. It seems to be slowly getting into this one. What happened? Usually it's quicker. Oh no, it's Boy from Belgium that's disappeared. So Maura, did you say that you had 2 saves? I don't have a problem if you do, don't worry. We've all got 2 saves. But did you say you had 2 saves or just 1? Like, I've got a sword and a shield that I can do DAs in, so I'm all good to go. On this one I've only got 1 shiny. I really want the Lycanroc, I really do. But it's... okay, we'll take the Lycanroc. Yeah, it's much nicer when you've got the 2, because at least when you catch it in one you can go on to the other, I guess. There's the almighty Chargy Bug again. I don't think we really need to change ourselves till the final, do we? There's a ground on the right, but I don't really want to encounter a ground type at the moment, unless it's much better than what we've got. A Rangaroo might be fun if we can get the computer to take it. What's the ground type? I'm not too worried about that. What's that grass type? There's a Ditto, which would be quite funny in the final. A Rangaroo would be quite fun to have, I think, in the final. Do you want to play some shenanigans with this boy from Belgium? Or are you wanting to stick with what you've got? Because I just don't trust a computer to be smart enough to do the shenanigans. If I'm honest. Because I feel like me and Morland have the strength advantage. And if you can instruct one of us, we get the double hit on the second turn. I know you've got Dark Pulse and everything, but you can usually set up the wall, can't you? The reflect or light screen, whichever you think's best, and then instruct, and you won't get hit by the ghost move. Fair enough, we're not going to have any shenanigans. The computer might pull it off. Oh, sorry, it must be Moorland. Did Moorland want to take the Rangaroo then? I didn't pick a side because, in fairness, I don't think we're in too much danger with what we've got. Do you want to take this Rangaroo to replace your Psychic type? Because, as I said, like, do the screen first turn, and on the second turn you can do instruct, and we get like a... We'll see if the computer wants it first. How about that? The computer wants it, they have it. If they don't, we move on. We swap it out. Because as I said, instruct is so good. But you can't do it first turn, which is the frustrating part of it. But you've got the screen's first turn, and it won't get hit by the ghost move, so it isn't actually weak to a Blacephalon. It can just keep doing instruct, which it probably will do knowing the computer. But I'll get through as fast as I can and see. Because this is something that I think could be a good backup Pokemon in a Zygarde run, if I'm honest with you. If you get a good one with like your 3 ice types and a Rangaroo, you can put the screen up first turn, and then you get the multiple instruct on the ice move. But we should be good with both, to be honest. Charjabug is once okay. We'll play the shenanigans. Especially if we are taking on the Ivysaur, we've got Psychic. I'm slightly scared of the Ivysaur with our 2 Pokemon. But I probably want to go for the Starmie, if I'm honest. It doesn't have a water move, from what I remember. And I've got a dark move for it. And I don't want you to get to your ice cream cone too early. It has a rock move. Yeah, that's where we're going for it, isn't it? I meant for us to fight against. I'm thinking more what is strong against us now, not in the final. When I plan my moves ahead at the moment, because I think this team is fine for the final, minus maybe the Charjabug. What I mean is, Lycanroc's fine, Stunfisk is fine, and the Oranguru is going to be fun. So like what we can do this next turn is Oranguru can use Instruct on me on Crunch, and I can get a second Crunch in. You caught the Alolan Dug Trio, or was that because you actually needed it for the run? Which one do you think did more then, me or... yeah. I know you had been doing the stack attacker, so you might have taken it for the ground move. That was what I was thinking. Yeah, it's pretty much up to you who you use instruct on it. Either of us is fine. Because you'll just get the double hit with whatever we're doing. So we'll knock it out this turn, no problems. But this is why it's such a fun little addition to have. To the team, like, we can see just how powerful this thing is, and hopefully this won't be too much of a trouble. What was your thinking for the final Pokemon? And this will be the good one for the computer to take, to be honest, I think. Why did that not work? Is it because you've Dynamax that didn't work? Did you try to use it on the Stunfisk? Yeah. If you hadn't Dynamax, it would have worked. Right? That's what I'm reading into that. But because you Dynamaxed, you took the move away. Doesn't matter, we won. Yeah, so hopefully the computer will want this, I think. I know it's got a little bit of a weakness to the ghost move, but the rock move will be fun. We can't always have the smoothest runs. So we can only instruct when it's a normal move. Okay. Charger Bug wants this, so that can replace it nicely. Hello Dan, welcome in. We're not quite on the Isle of Wight, but we're across the sea. I would say maybe just go grass, because you've got... I don't really know here. This isn't the best team for this battle. How is everything? Sorry, our strategy just got back to the difficult level. We can't spell these towers, they're all made up, aren't they? Let's be honest. I remember them building that and everyone thinking it was horrible. Right, so let's see what's the... Right, if you do the screen again, and then you will probably be best to instruct the Stunfisk second turn, I think. No, I haven't been there before. That's in Southampton or Portsmouth, I can't remember which. If it's in Portsmouth, the last time I went there was to look at the boats. If it's Southampton, it was to watch football. Because we, well, it was a thing back then. Right, I won't Dynamax because it doesn't matter. Ideally, we can save the Dynamax for... no, I'm not a supporter of either of them. One of my friends is a West Ham fan, and a couple of friends are West Ham fans, and they were playing Southampton, so we went to St Mary's to watch it. West Ham fans are crazy. They just sit there and stare at the other team. They don't care. Because we would want Stunfisk to Dynamax in the final. To be honest, I don't think we need to worry too much about the shenanigans. You could take the Basculin if you want it. And Dynamax and do the water move. You saw how much it was doing in the final. We'll get this in one shot, I reckon. So I would take this over your Oranguru. It was just fun trying to see if we could get it to work. But I think I will die to one hit, unless there's berries. You've taken a hit, I think. Yeah, you take this, I would say. Go straight in, and use your Max Geyser first turn. Get the water up, and reduce the fire, and we'll be good. Okay. we'll put the screen up then. I've got no guard, so at least Stone Edge is going to hit. Ow. I believe, yeah. So Stone Edge should do a lot of damage. You can put, is it physical this or special? I can never remember. We're slowly getting there, right? But we've lost no lives yet. We'll be fine. Or do I just go crunch? Stone Edge is going to hit. I'm no guard. I'm dead, so it doesn't matter. Oof. It doesn't make too much difference, really. It's only going to get faster. And it was already, a special attack this time. And you going ground move? I would say instruct the Blacephalon this turn, not and the Stunfisk can just Dynamax. So do the Blacephalon, not the Stunfisk. Because we saw it didn't work. And Muddy Water isn't 100% accurate either. It's not worth the risk of missing it. Like, I expect the max guys will just knock it out before you get to instruct, but at least we can get the Blacephalon to get 2 big hits in. But knowing the computer, it'll use Ice Fang this time, won't it? So, we'll see. Like, we've got our strategy down. We've lost 1 of our 4 lives. I still think that Shadow Claw might have done a lot more damage to whoever it hit. But, okay. That's fine. At least it's the 2 worst ones that got knocked out. I think we win here with these 2 moves. If I'm honest. Liquidation. It'll hit another move. But go for Blacephalon. No, we get the move first. That is another GG. And good luck with these shinies. And we will have an ad between this and the next one, so there's no rush to run and get ready for it. So we'll see how well this goes. But as we can tell, it's a pretty smooth process. Like, we could do these in our sleep, I reckon. And the only thing that's going to break this is when one of us gets the shiny and we won't want to all do the same one. I do have the stack attack saved on my paths, and I've also got Heatran, but because of my Dex 365 challenge we're involved in, I don't want to touch the Gen 4 until we're on to Sinnoh. Then I'm only going to do Gen 4. That looks different to me. Is this a shiny monkey? No. Okay. No shinies for me, of course. Any shinies for the team. And are you also double checking to see whether the lady has Zygarde? No, Guzzlord at the moment. Boy from Belgium. I do have the stack attacker save, so if you did want to run a Guzzlord and then take the stack attacker back, you can. It's up to you. If they don't, they don't. Don't matter too much. But we'll run this back again. Okay, we'll run this back. I'll put the code in. Hopefully I'll just let the ad run through the preparation. Yeah, I saved it for the same reason you did. It's an easy one to do. But yeah, hopefully I'll let this up so you can all join, and if the ads start, I won't start until the ads are finished. But the code is up and ready. So we'll see what happens with our run. I thought they would run. I always get confused why they do and don't run sometimes. But if we do end up with the 4th, we will then go back to the random Zygarde hunting, I would imagine. Okay, so it doesn't look like... Oh, here we are. Here are those ads. Yeah, so we've got the time to wait. Don't think I'm ignoring it. It just means we get the full communications when we do the team selecting. So what do we have? We have this new Xbox game, which I'm never going to play. I'm not sure what it's called, or Shadows of... It does look interesting, but I don't really know what it's meant to be. But elsewhere, let me know if you're out of the ads of the Dynamax team, and then I can start. South of Midnight, that's the one. Does look interesting, to be honest. Right. Are we out of the ads? I get confused with the readings here. Right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take that as they should have finished by now. We will start exploring. I'll take my time with the selection anyway. Then we have a nice little smooth run through this. So I'll take the Abomasnow, right? You okay with that? Probably isn't actually a bad thing to take the Abomasnow because it'd be strong against water and ground. So at least it's strong against the thing we're looking for. Or failings. At least you got the easy one. As we say, sometimes it's just about picking something that's strong against the things we're looking to replace things with. There's a lot of water here. I personally don't really want to go for Wishcash, to be honest. Are you happy to go left, right? And then probably I'm just going to go left. Mainly so I can hurt this as well. Yeah. Do we want one of us to take this if the computer doesn't? As in, one of you two. No, you're fine. But to replace Garboda, basically. You're fine, really. And if we do... I'm actually thinking we could maybe just go to the thing that's easy to beat next, not another water type. If we replace Garboda. Because then it doesn't matter too much. I'm strong against water. I'm just trying to protect the sand slash's lives, I think. That's more what my thinking is. I forgot what the other option was here. Was it normal? And then if, yeah, that seems the most sensible option, I think. Please go for, like, not you. So now you know why I don't like taking the ground types. But it's not too bad. It's probably going to use an ice move because it's a computer. Okay, it did use the right move. So I think I go first and I have stronger electric now, so that's okay. I'm not overly fond of taking Rotom into the final either. I know it's a ghost type, but that means it's weak. I wish I could change the form with an item. That would be quite fun. Imagine you could do that in this game. Change the typing of your Rotom in the DAs. I know you can do it naturally, but in the DAs would be very funny. Godsea Kid has a great moveset, doesn't it? It has a great moveset, really. But we're going to carry on. Right. So yeah, if Moreland replaces our Garboda, are we sure we want to... Yeah, you take this one. Because then at least we got the Abomasnow that can hit the water type. With its grass moves. We'll check what the left one was as well before we commit completely to water. Because you've got the drill run and the waterfall, so waterfall is going to be better, obviously. We've seen ourselves water is better in general than I think ground when I've done these. What is the normal type? It is a Jigglypuff. We don't really want... If we go for the water, at least the computer will gamble as well, probably. I wish I could see whether the computer wants this or not, because I would risk taking Welmer over Rotom going into the next battle. It's not... I don't really like Rotom that much. To be honest, it's a bit frail for my liking. I've got used to using a lot more bulky stuff. I don't know if you've got anything of any use here, Sandslash, or not. Or if you're just there to make up some numbers until we get to the final. Can we get a big poison? No? Okay. What's that, lower defense? It used bounce on the fish. Okay, that's okay. But it paralyzed him, of course. That's going to be annoying. Can I use Max Lightning on the Sea King? Just to knock it out. Is that an idea? Is that alright to knock the teammate out? Why couldn't you just use your grass move upon this one? Okay, that's better, thank you. Okay, so we'll let the computer take this reluctantly. What are you trying to catch? A Pinchurchin. Nice. We do like the Pinchurchins. It's a very nice shiny. Not much changes, but I like the shiny. Mainly because it was one of the first ones I got in a DA. I thought it looked funky, but then I realised it was shiny. Yeah. So please take it, computer. But it'll probably gamble anyway and get whatever the next thing is. Yeah, so we've only got normal and poison to pick from next. I think we go to whichever one gives us berries regardless of what it is. So we got Munchlax now. Right. I would just go to the one on the left, but that's a Kangaskhan, I believe. It looked like that. No. Well, I'm just... that's Miltank. It's bulky, but I want the berries. I probably should have gone for the Wigglytuff for the poison moves. But I don't think it can hit us that hard, can it? I might burn it as well, just to weaken it a bit more. Or does this have guts or something? But yeah, if I go to burn this, so it hit a lot lighter. This is where I throw this one. Because part of me does want Seeking to get eliminated, just not first round. Just so we get rid of that paralyze. With that, at least in the final, Seeking will be the MVP. Now we got to try and make it so seeking Dynamax's first turn. Really. You probably have better Dynamax hard-hitting moves, boy from Belgium. So you Dynamax on your turn. And we'll go from there. If we miss it, we miss it. It's not the end of the world. And Seeking can hide for a go. That's not too bad. Oh yeah, you're number 2, aren't you? It's because I think we'll get round. We'll try and get round. Sorry, I forgot that you were second on the list, not that. I'm so used to Boy from Belgium being my assistant manager. We'll get round it. Don't worry. I don't think we would have made it if I had stayed where we were either. So let's just not Dynamax, or I'll Dynamax when it comes back round to me. I can still Dynamax in the final if I've got full health for the ghost moves. I think it's helpful, but it's not desperate really, is it? I think the shinies are your salary. That's what we pay you with shinies. Your bonus was a second Alolan Dugtrio. Well, mine was a Moltres. Because, you know, the hierarchy gets the better things. You can have your little still ground thingy mobbies. Big hit on the Munchlax. I think we've done okay. The burn was a good idea in the end. I know I can't burn in the final, so I pretty much have to go Hex whatever, don't I? Now, this may sound silly, but do I attack the Seeking? Just to get it back to full health. Do the berries heal status conditions or just health? That's something I can't remember. Wait, when did it get faster than us? Like, we have 3 lives, or 2 and a bit, going into the final, which is all we need. Okay, that will explain. I still thought it would be a lot slower. I forgot it was burn, not paralysed as well. Will the computer want this? That'll be the question. If this does have a ground move, do we swap it out? Or do we stick with what we've got? Okay, it's useless, so don't take it. It's got Scrappy, but at least just don't take it. Computer wants it. It's slightly better than Munchlax. At the end of the day, you'll still be better if you get knocked out in one go and come back than take this with a non-accurate Mega Kick. It is good, but it's only got like Mega Kick that doesn't very accurate at all and play rough. That's why the computer can have it. It's better than Munchlax. Isn't Munchlax weak to fire with its ability if it's got thick fat, if I think it's that ability? We've got it though, like Munchlax took it. Don't worry, we have 3 lives. It can only hit one of us at a time, and I believe that 3 of us should survive a hit from it. See, and even the computer's helping out. It's using Thunder Wave. Didn't have no faith in the computer. See? Do we need to worry? Oh, so close to one-shotting it all the way through. And now we should be faster. I don't need to worry. At least I hit this thing though, unlike the last one. See, that's why I didn't like Mega Kick. But GG, and good luck on the shinies. Let's see how this goes. I still can't believe I've gone through nearly 600 Pokeballs already. No, 700. Isn't it? Yeah, 700. And I've got 6 shinies. But as I said, I've designed my Alpha Hunt collection, which may be my main May challenge. But let's see, do we get shiny? I already have Seeking. Whelmer would be new. Miltank would be new. And this would be new if it was shiny, but it's not. We're going to have a good record here. At least we won't lose track of how many we've got. Play it back again then. See if this goes a bit smoother for us. Unless Moreland got the shiny, then we'll go somewhere else. Got to be careful not to make someone do one they've got a shiny off. It's a question for both of you. Have you got yourself the shiny Keldeo from the home event in Sword and Shield? Right, I'm going to treat that as a no. So I'll set this one up and put it up ready for anyone who wants to join. Very nice. I'm too lazy to set up a second one, to be honest. I'll wait. But now they've done all of the shiny events. What's your guess on the ZA shiny one? The thing is, it depends how you want them really. If you don't want them with home as the trainer ID, you're just as good keeping the bot one you got rather than getting a second one. But then because you do big projects like your Origin decks and other dexes, you might need the space in the future. I would probably wait a little bit longer to see if they are going to change anything else. Do you remember when Pokemon Box got released, or Bank even? Was that on the DS or the 3DS? That's something I've never really looked into myself. Right. I'm just going to take this. Well, there's a Shadow Ball. That's a good one indeedy. I'm only taking this. We got a Wish Cache. That's good. Yeah, I've taken this purely to beat a ground type easily. Fair enough. That's what I was double checking, because I don't know if they would ever release another variation of Home. That's more my thinking. I do see a rock type. Is that what we're after? Oh. What's the rock type? What are you? I want that rock type, basically. But I'll do water first. Because I can beat the water, and we don't want the computer to take the storm draining Maractus. Pretty much. That's my theory. That won't be very fun for us. I did see someone who was doing Palkia runs. They took the Maractus and it pretty much walled the Palkia. It was great. I think they got a water absorber and a... this is actually better if I don't. That doesn't make too much difference, does it? Just knock this out. I will probably keep this until we get to the rock type, and I'll take the rock type. And you two will probably keep what you've got. I think that'll work best. From what I can read into this, like, unless one of you wants the Azumarill. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. Like, indeed, he does have the ghost move and immune to the ghost. Wishcash versus Azumarill. It's kind of a coin flip, really, isn't it? Depending on what you think's best. I'll let you be the best judge. Or it might not be so good against Cradily, this Wishcash actually. So maybe swap Wishcash for Azumarill. It's just a maybe thing, that one. And we'll hope Mr. Mime takes this. That seems sensible. Mimey take Slowpoke. We had Box on the GameCube for all Gen 7, Gen 3 games. Palpar, Gen 3, Transfer, and M-Bank and Home. Isn't the Go thing basically just to put it in Let's Go, right? I know, or is that just to go to Home? I know you have a limit how much you can send to Home from Go, because as I mentioned, I've been trying to replace some of my older living decks that I just put in there from Home with what I want to call mainline games. I never really looked at them once they were in Home in their living decks, but I want to swap them around a bit more, replace them with mainline games. Yeah, that's what I thought there. I've done that with a couple of things, and that can get rid of the Pokemon Go G for the Meltangs, can't it? Which is one of the ugliest things on the game. So if the computer... no, hopefully the computer takes this, basically. That's what we want. But otherwise, I think we've got the team set for the final. Like, I'm replacing at the end, because there's no point replacing. And I got the grass move on... you are Indeedee. No, don't take this one. I would keep Indeedee if I were you. It's either Wishcash or Amelia. Take this. No, Indeedee should definitely stay to the end, because you've got Shadow Ball. And Shadow Ball is going to be massive in the final. I would say Boy from Belgium take this to knock off one of the weaknesses against the Cradily. So it's only 2 times, not 4 times. But I half expect the scientist to gamble on the slow poke. Slow king. Slow bro. The slow thing. That's my theory. I think that's the best rotation for this. And then I take the Cradily. Yes, I'm weak to fire, but I have a rock move. But I don't really want to face the Cradily with... Well, we can face it with what we've got, I guess. If I take this too, it's not the worst option. I keep forgetting it's grass rock, not bug rock. That's what I need to remember. Remember my typings. My typing skills are... I always seem to mix something up. Now it has Sapsicker, great. We definitely want this for the crate, really. Maybe I'll actually take this then. You know, because it's not going to hurt me. So I might take this, and then we've just got a water team, basically, for the final. There's no rush for me to steal it and go for anything else, is there? Let's see. Yeah, so boyfriend Bertram, don't worry about taking this. I'll take it. I thought it would have huge power, to be honest. Or pure power, whichever one it has. It's a bulky, annoying thing, but we'll whittle it down slowly. And because it doesn't have the power abilities, we are fine. And hopefully it just attacks me. The Easter Bunny. I got all the marrows though on my 100 sandwich challenge. It was one I thought I'd do because it was easy. Because I was getting annoyed after having a bad couple of days. And so we went for marrow. That's me done. Yeah, I'll definitely take this. If it didn't have Sap Zipper, I wouldn't take it, but I just know that it's good to have against the grass type. It just takes away something it can do to me. Yeah, boyfriend special. I thought you said you were going on holiday. I swear I saw that somewhere. So you were going to let everyone catch up on the shinies. Is that like leaving later today, or did I just make that up? Probably made it up, knowing me. Fair enough. Someone else must have put it somewhere. I thought I saw someone say that they were going to slow down a bit. Might have been someone else. No, I know it wasn't Cora. I just thought I read something that somebody was going away for a while. But I thought it was you. It might have been someone else. I'm in too many Discords doing different shiny hunting challenges at the moment. So I'm getting confused with who's who. Pretty much. Right. Yes, so as I say, I'll take this because Sap Zipper, and we've got 3 water types for the final at the moment. Indeedee is fine because it's not weak to anything in the final. If the computer swaps here, they'll probably swap at the end. We don't really need to worry too much because it's only got ancient power, I believe. That's why I thought I saw someone. As I say, I'm in quite a few and I get confused with who's who. Or was it me just hoping you would take a break from taking all of our shinies? Okay, well, it's not actually bad, this, to be honest, in the final. Because it does have Weather Ball, and if me or Boyfriend Belgium sets up the rain first, we would be okay. It would just use water. Water, as they say. So let's see. Hopefully they will. It's not, whichever way around, it's not the strongest thing, but how far away are we from Dynamaxes? I'll risk an Aquatail, you know what. It must be the computer's Dynamax turn. Thanks, computer. Way to be helpful. Okay, that didn't do very much, did it? Because I'm pretty weak. What's that? You've gone for a fly. Okay. That nerfs an ability, doesn't it? That would be good to take away Beast Boost, wouldn't it? I'm going to bounce as well. Because at the moment I'm not doing anything, so... Thanks again. Good work. Big help, bot. Who are you and why are you rated the worst bot on the team? What shall we call you? That's what we needed, a paralyze. And then it hits. I can't remember what your ability is. Does it make any difference? I think you've got a bad ability, haven't you? We'll see. Let's just carry on. See how things go and what will happen next time. Big muddy water. Overgrowth on me? No? Okay. That's you dead for sure. No? Yeah. That was always my fear in this battle. That's, what, 2 lives down? I think we've lost a life. Can't remember. Who would have thought Craydaddy would have been the trouble? Right, just so I can do this. I need to really hit harder, don't I? More than anything else. Craydaddy's one of those more awkward Pokemon, isn't it? Without any great movesets, but without being too weak to many different types. Like the grass types nearly all neutralised, the rock types are all nearly neutralised. It's a surprisingly good Pokemon, really. I don't know if a fire is still strong against it. Okay, you finally attack, computer. That's nice of you. You're taking part. You count. Let's move on. That did nothing at all. Oh dear. That's got rid of its paralyze, hasn't it? I think. Who's that on? Okay. Now it can hit me with a grass move. That's not good. How bulky is this fossil plant? What do you weaken? Nothing really. Just carry on with this. Nothing's going to make too much difference. Indeed, he's doing most damage here, I think. Okay, that must have been a crit, right? No? Okay. Let's move on. Boom. There we go. Well done. I know the dream scenario is the waters Dynamax, but if you want to Dynamax with your ghost move, just go out swinging. It's not going to be a problem. We should be fine. You do weaken it. It's a special attack that it takes down as well, so it's not the. It's probably a good thing to go for, to be honest. Yeah. So we want Amelia to take this if possible, but we're not guaranteeing this. Let's see. Do we get this bit of luck on our side? Nope. But we do have Weather Ball, which is not going to work if we Dynamax the Ghost, so maybe don't Dynamax. Well, it doesn't matter, just do it. Just Dynamax. We'll beat it easily enough. The three of us will do all the damage. The computer can just be the bait. I'm hoping the computer does gastric acid and takes away beast boost early. But I'm probably going to be... I'll risk an Aqua Towel, you know. Fire Blast, Miss, lovely. Calm Mind, okay. So, boy from Belgium can Dynamax, I believe, into Max Geyser next turn. Unless he went for bounce. Oh, we hit the Aqua Towel, we're not useless for once. Ruin its accuracy. Hello Wolfie, how are you doing? We're trying to fight Pennywise, I think. We're going quite well with our runs. We've done 8 and 1, 7. Probably going to be 8 here. I am good, thank you. As we say, we're plodding through these. This is one of the easiest ones to do on repeat. So, how was the dinner yesterday? I know you were preparing something. Did it all go smoothly? Okay, the plant was never going to be helpful. How do you still get the shinies when we're in the Dynamax adventures? The way to save it is remember to save the game and close it, and you can catch it again. Good to hear though about the dinner. Are you doing any streams over the weekend, or just going to say hello to everyone as such? I know Boy from Belgium has Saturdays off, so he can shiny hunt in the handheld games as well. I will probably do more Horde encounters when we get to the Dex 365 in Gen 5. Very good. Thank you for the support, and we will try to count this as shiny luck, because we know we need some shiny luck. Nobody has got one in the Dynamaxes yet, so good luck to everyone, and GG on another smooth W. I would like to try one thing different next, I think, but I'll see what we do with these shinies, if we get one. Are you going to be there? I'm actually going to take the Cradilly whatever, unless there's a shiny of something else. Zoomeroo. Cradilly. Nope, okay. Yeah, Cradilly's actually one I want to replace in home. That's why I'm going to take it. Nope, you're not having a nickname. And I can do some breeding with him, I guess. Any shinies for the team? Other than the ice cream? You're going to have Moltres, aren't you? Yeah. Because I stupidly still got Moltres in my team. I need to just put that in here so it is safe and I remember it. What does the lady have for you today or this round? Or we can just do one more Blacephalon. I can set it up. If it's a no, I can just exit. I think the only thing, unless somebody really wants to go for anything in particular, we can just stick with this one. The only thing, as I said, I'm looking for is Guzzlord to get 47 out of 47. So, yeah. Let's see how things go. I'm going to take that as that isn't a Guzzlord. So I'm going to start this one up. It is ready if you want to join. But I do remember how annoying horde hunting to catch shinies can be. Because you have to remember the spot it is on the lineup. So I'm tempted to do this one and one more, and that be it for the day. Because then officially I've done 10 Dynamaxes already today. So I think that's a sensible number to round up on. But we can change things up as well. Right? I probably will do a lot more today offline, just because it can be quicker as well, just so I can get to that 25 and have 200 done already. But we'll see, because as we said, it'll be 2 more, will be about 3 hours, so that's about what we tend to do. But then if there are other people streaming, we might join them, and I can also go and do some more Bell Toy eggs. But that's simple for us, right? We just plod through. We get our shinies. Well, we don't actually. I'm not counting any of the shinies you get in other games. They're illegal shinies. That's how I'm treating them. They're fake. Fake shinies. They're not part of the shiny race challenge. It was DA shinies. But I'm sure Corey will be back probably today, streaming at some point. And if you are joining and having problems, let us know and we can quit out and restart. It's not a problem. Otherwise, if I don't hear from you, we'll start a 2-player one. We know sometimes the connection can be a bit iffy. Okay. So it looks like we're just doing a 2-player run. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's the Morpeko. Actually, Scorching Sands wouldn't have been terrible either, would it? I only went with this because Shadow Flashfire. Did I see a rock type or an Almaldo up there? Because I think we're good, we should just pick the easiest route, shouldn't we? Yeah. Is that an obstacle? I'm just going to go left. Okay. What is that grass type? Is that a Cradilly? Do you miss me a Cradilly? I can't see what it is. But I think me and you are both happy with what we've got, if I'm honest. We don't really need to swap too much. Unless we see something like brilliant later on. The other thing that would be quite fun when you do 2-player is swapping the orders. So, for example, you could be 3rd on the list. So when you do the Dynamaxes, at least there's only one gap between them all. You can't change them once you've started, but if there's 2 people, you would be player 1 and player 3 instead of 1 and 2. I know they're never going to change it, but as I say, it would be quite fun. I'm not quite sure what happened to Morlan, but again, we're going to do one more after this anyway, so it's not a problem. And if they want to join back in, they can. If not, we'll just stick with the two of us. We'll do the same as what we've been doing. Do that double check with the lady. You never know, we might get the Guzzlord run. But if it's just two of us, I might host the stack attacker one last, just for something slightly different. But I'm not sure, because it's a terrible one to go for the other Pokemon I want. The Cradily and Almado and Claydol, to be honest. So we might just do, if we do 10 Blacephalons, and then that's it. And then it will be near to 3 o'clock, so I could watch some football stuff for once. Haven't seen football in ages, I've almost forgotten what it is. But I've got to remember to put The Last of Us on the Skybox. Otherwise I will forget. But if you don't want to do the next one, Boys from Belgium, let me know and I might just stop after this one. As you said, you're having a day off today streaming. So I'm hoping Robin or Corey will be on a bit later. I don't mind going through all of the Zekroms with Robin, they're pretty smooth. So what did you want here, Nidoking? That's a scary thing to go for us, to be honest. So I might go for Trevenant. I think we'll beat Trevenant a lot easier. And I want you to get another Trevenant shiny. Because I know how much you love your Trevenants. But let's see how this one goes. As I said, are we happy with the two we've got to the end, to the final? I keep my ghost move, and you've dark moves. You're going to destroy in the final, to be honest. I'll still just stick to the ghost move here. You can evolve Dynamax if you want. Up to you. You've gone very quiet on me. That means he's found another shiny in the horde. I know him now. Every time he gets a shiny in the horde, he goes quiet. You know what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to write down all of the things I want to replace in my living decks one by one to get rid of my Go Pokemon. I think that's going to be the most sensible strategy. You've got too many 3DS games. Are you happy still to do one more after this? And then I'll probably see you in someone's stream for another couple later tonight. Good, good. As I said, that will make 10, so I think 10 is a good number within the comfortable 3 hours. I'm just going to use Burning Jealousy. Don't matter, because you'll probably knock it out. Yes, this Morpeko is a powerhouse. Are you going to catch this one or not? Because I know you don't want to get too many duplicate shinies. Oops, that's the means. In a Pokeball this time. Was it the normal balls? Do you catch everything in luxury balls or just the legendaries? I think, I guess we can just go water. There is no water. Shall we just go grass just because it's easy to beat? Or do you want to go bug? Grass should be the easiest to beat, I think. Neither are too appealing, really. But with my fire moves, you've got Ice Fang, I believe. I'll do what we've been doing. If it gets to my Dynamax, I will Dynamax to make sure you have it in the final. Because I think Max Darkness will do probably half its health. If I'm honest. Morning Rex, how are you doing? We are doing well, thank you. We've done, this is our 9th DA for the day. So we've been doing just Blacephalon today. We're going to do one more after this, so if you do want to join, you can. But if you don't, that's not a problem. Or if you have something that's you've got on your list that you really want to do, we can do one on that. We usually go to about 3 hours. So you catch... So what about shiny ones? If you're playing Scarlet and Violet, do you use just Pokeballs for them? Oh no, Ultra Balls. Nice. Well, as I said, you're welcome to join this when we're on the 3rd Pokemon, so we won't be long. Blacephalon is very, very easy. The dream is to have water types more than ghost or dark types, because Max Geyser will take away its water strength. But for this we should be good. Morpaco's going to do all the work in the final, if I'm honest. I've got Shadow Ball on my Flareon, so I won't. I've got Flash Fire as well. The computer can be the bait. If they die, they die. That's how we treat it sometimes. But we do these pretty much 6 days a week this month, so if you do want to come along and join in more, you're welcome to. I tend to do about 12 till 3 GMT, but sometimes I do the afternoons, a bit later evenings. Thank you for the follow. And usually when I finish, Boy from Belgium does some after me, and then someone else does some after him, so we sort of all go between each other's to help each other on their Dynamax journeys. My goal for this month is to encounter every single legendary once. I've done 46 different ones, so I only need Guzzlord to finish my list. So we've been doing pretty good. That's not a problem, right? I understand, like, weekends are usually better for most people. I've seen, like, some days, it just depends where people are from. Sometimes you find more of the Asian market are their evenings when I'm live. But if I do the evenings, you can get the American audience a bit more as well. So you sort of bounce between everyone. Yeah, that's what I mean, like, I understand, like, if I do my normal time it's not great. Sometimes even my evening time wouldn't be great for you either. Because we also do some with a guy called Corey who's in Canada somewhere, but I don't know his time zone. So he will be usually about 6 or 7 hours later. So that's more your time zone. Our dream scenario is the Boy from Belgium to host one for 4 people and do it as random, but look for a Zygarde path instead of just hunting for a Zygarde, if that makes sense. Because if we just went in looking for Zygarde and we get a horrible team, it's not fun. But if we did randoms and we found a really good Zygarde path, he can save it, and then we just can rerun the Zygarde path over and over. It's been working really well. Like, we found some fun stuff, like, but he's got Zygarde on his shortlists, so that helps us with that plan. So yeah, once he has the Zygarde path, it'll be a 4-player almost battle royale to get it, because we all sort of want it, and it's easier to do in a team, unless you get extremely lucky, which we have done in the past, but we had the wrong host, shall we say, so we didn't get the good Zygarde path to keep. But so if you are, is there anything in DAs that you're really looking for, or on your shortlist? Yeah, that's what we mean. Once you get the path, it's not difficult, Zygarde. It's we've had a couple of paths, but I think one got deleted because there was a shiny on the route, and then we made a bit of an error on the other one. GG and good luck with the shiny. Do you have a Mewtwo boy from Belgium? Shiny? Because I'm quite happy to go and have a go at a Mewtwo. Okay, well we'll do one more on this one then. That looks different, to be honest, but I might be seeing things. Nope, I'm seeing things. No shiny again. Oh, I should have checked that. I'm going to have to make this list, aren't I? We lost a life. Let's make sure I save the path. Okay then, so I will set this up and you can join in. We will have ads in a couple of minutes, so if we get this done quickly, we can pick the team and be in a battle. Yeah, so the way I try to help pick the team is if you see something if you have nothing to pick from, I sometimes pick a grass or an ice type, just so it's good against a ground or a water type or a rock type, depending on how we're going to do the path. So we don't need to have the best team from the first run. But as I said, this is going to be the final one today. I think Morland must have gone. Let's just double check. Yeah, he's not in the chat, so let's go and do this one then. No, we don't have a fourth, but we'll win this with our eyes shut with 3, don't worry. I thought you were. What, do you have a fourth personal second account or something? Or we can leave it open if you've got someone ready to join. But it is just as easy with... Well, it's up to you really. Like, if you want to do it, you can. But for winning with art, we should get through it easily. So I can leave it up ready. Actually, the ads will start in about 15 odd seconds, so we'll let the ads run through while you join with the second one. We can, if there is 4, yeah. Like, Morland might be back as well tomorrow for Zygarde. As I said, I'll just try and let the ads run through. It should only be 30 seconds apparently. But we'll see. And then we can start. If the second account doesn't join, as I said, we can get through this pretty easily with 3. We've never had too many issues. I've been doing the Blacephalon solo recently just to get a lot done, really. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to assume that is your second account. Well, I think I know what we're going for first. So as we said, it's not going to be purely Zygarde. It's a 4-player random, and if we find a Zygarde path, we save it. That's just what we got to make sure. We had someone come in and getting a bit confused before when we were trying to set this up. So, do we have what I'm looking for here? Politoed is going to be huge, I'm not going to lie. So I think we're just going to have to go left. Yeah, we want this Politoed on the team as fast as possible because it's got Drizzle. And once Drizzle's up, whoever gets the Dynamax with a water move is literally doing half damage to the Blacephalon. This is relatively easy to beat. Like with our movesets, I know Pincurchin will be weak, but the only thing I've got to check is it dumb to Dynamax this, or does it lose the Hypercolor really? It's not a problem. It's like the idea of these streams is to have as many people in them as possible. If we get 4, we can always run 4. I'm happy. Whichever way we do this. Like, the more often we have 4, the smoother they go. I don't have to, or we don't have to deal with a dumb NPC making silly mistakes. There are a few little things that I'm trying to do on the side. I do shiny hunting projects, and they're doing a game, so I'm sort of looking for Almaldo, Cradily, and Claydol, of all things. But as I say, like, these are going to be the same sort of time, but sometimes I do an evening stream my time as well, sort of 5, 6ish to about 9ish. It kind of depends on the day, who's around, more than anything else. Losing Lightning Rod to the Dene. But as we said, we've seen, like, I put a video up of a random path that we did, but we couldn't save it. It was a 3-player one where we beat Zygarde in one move, in one like series of moves. It didn't even get to use its ability. Even yesterday we played with someone else who's got a path, and the Zygarde didn't even get a single move. But for this, I probably would say Rex, one of your two take this. I think I want to keep Boy from Belgium's Electric for Politoed, and Boy from Belgium, do you want to take the Politoed? Or shall we get Rex's main account to take the Politoed? Because, well, I know you've got Hydro Pump. I just want Politoed on the team. It's not a question, it's going to be on the team. It needs to be, because, as I said, Drizzle is so good against this Blacephalon. I've done even the ones I've done on my own. Even if the computer takes the Politoed, my max geyser will do nearly half. Yes, it's not great for Crocodile, whatever it's called, Crocodile. But I believe that we should be able to just do enough damage between us. The strangest thing about this team is it's not actually an overly bad like team for what we need to do straight away. It's more getting there which is more difficult. Like even the Drago Bolt is not rubbish against the Blacephalon with the ghost move. I believe it has a ghost move. But as I said, which one of you two wants to take the Politoad? As I said, I'm quite happy with my Kingler and the Crocodile, but Politoad is something I want to see on the team. Or are we going to do something like whoever's the weakest? Yeah, we'll always be fine. I just like to try and get into the habit of having the best team sometimes. It's just because you do so many random ones. We do a lot of random ones anyway. It's just trying to get the best team synergy together in our heads. And that's what I just sort of go round and round and round in my head now. Especially with like the acid sprayers and fake tears and screeches and stuff like that. Okay, so if we swap the Ghost Dragon out for the Politoad, unless, yeah, that'll do. Like, as we said, we're not in any trouble. And then we can just beat the last water. Because we don't even need to get the max geysers up really, we just need the drizzle. That's the other thing we've got to remember, we don't actually need to Dynamax. And as you said, you'll wipe the floor with the next one. And the fact that we've got... And we could use Helping Hand on the Pincurchin as well, on the water. And it's a Pelipper. So I would go for the Pelipper, if I'm honest. So if we use Helping Hand on the Pincurchin, we should one-shot... Well, I would like to think pretty much one-shot this thing. And it's a second Drizzle Cell. Does Hydro Pump guarantee hitting in Drizzle? That's the only other thing I would like to double check. I like how they're both setting up Drizzle to counteract each other's Drizzle. Okay, then so you take this then. Boyfriend Belgium take the Pelipper, and we Helping Hand Pincurchin, and I think me and Crocodile will do the rest of the damage. Actually, I can't do very much, but I'll just hit it. Exactly. This wet. Now, are both of you going to want to find someone else doing Dynamax adventures after this? Because I'll probably try to raid into another Dynamaxer. So you might be able to join them and carry on doing some more. Please be on me or something. Yeah, okay. I'll survive. Yeah, well, I've also got to get used to trying to raid into other ones. That's like, it's one of the things I'm not very good at. So, the more that we can get used to just going to say hello to other streamers, the more we can meet to join for future challenges like this. Like the big goal here was to bring as many people together to share all our shinies, and I'm doing a bit of like a video project of all of the Dynamax shinies me or everyone involved gets. If you are interested in any more information, we have a Discord here. which will tell you whenever we go live and anything like that. If you want to join, you might get the notifications, for example, when Boy from Belgium goes live as well. And Corey's in there, but I don't think he shares enough. But yeah, we're ready for Zygarde now. I think we can handle this. Let's have a look. Same categories. Right, hello. So the goal is to not go to somebody too busy, because then you won't get a chance to play. Right, it's not my Dynamax. Doesn't make much difference. We should win. And let's see, who is here? Let's see how long this person's been on. Oh, they're new. They've not been on long. Oh, we're going to one-shot this. Wow. This is why I don't mind this one. This is one of my favourite solo ones. So, Astro 8? No, actually I don't know what language they speak. It doesn't say. No, the chat's in English, so... Good luck on the shinies. Yeah, we'll try this one. I think I found someone doing Dynamax. Someone we haven't been to before, but we'll see how the shinies are first. So that is 10 Dynamaxes today and 10 wins. But we'll just see how we all do with our shinies before we run away. And of course we didn't get mine. No shiny for me. No shiny for Boy from Belgium. That was another perfect round as well, I would just like to say. So that's how nice that is. And no Forex. Well, I will see you all tomorrow